What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're back. Another episode of Make the Right Play. We're back. We're feeling good. We're feeling ready to rock and roll. We got the coach on my left. As always, we got Yabui behind the camera, making everything work for us, making everything sound good for us. Shout out Yabui and Yabui Media for all your media needs in the Pensacola area. And boy, unbelievable week, unbelievable weekend, unbelievable things going on right now. So many things to talk about. There's so many exciting things, so many not so exciting things, some boring speeches, some awesome speeches, so many things to go through. Coach, let's start with you. How are you feeling? I know you've been aching muscles all day. You're hurting today. You're battling through for us today, Coach.
Well,
what's going on?
I'm not battling as much as Yabui. Poor Yabui doesn't feel good.
I know Yabui's been hacking up a lung behind us here, like the entire pre-show.
He's really being a trooper.
He is. Shout out Yabui, man. Yabui's coming through for us.
Yeah, Yabui.
Coming through for us. We appreciate him. We appreciate Yabui. Always coming through for us, helping us out, making everything, like I say at the beginning of every show, making everything sound good for us, making everything work for us. Because, boy, everybody knows when I do the episodes and I produce, it's dog shit. So we appreciate Yabui.
We need Yabui.
Yeah, when things are rolling here. But it's it's so good to be back on the air because I feel like there's just so many things to talk about, so many different topics that we can jump right into right off the rip. But obviously we had the State of the Union last night. We had the Olympics over the weekend. We had Mexico's in a civil war, and then we have a massive announcement that I think should we save it to the end? You think should we save the announcement?
You mean that aliens are real?
Yeah,
and that Obama
that is
let
the big
cat
real
out of the bag.
I know. Can you believe that?
Oh my gosh, huge announcement! Aliens are real.
Aliens are real. For those tinfoil hat wearers that didn't know that the aliens weren't real, it's official. Aliens are real. He said it.
Yeah.
The great Obama, best president ever, they said.
Well, and then Trump said he's going to release the files about the aliens.
Yeah, UFOs. Well, at least he's releasing some files.
Well, I'm sure they'll release the files for the aliens when they release the next set of the Jeffrey Epstein files.
Yeah, it'll be at like around the same time.
God only knows how bad those are. Because they kept the worst for last.
Is that you think there's more files coming out?
They said there's 300 more million.
300 more million files?
There's like millions of files that they still haven't released.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we got a long way to go.
Yeah,
we're not finished on the files,
We sure do.
We got a long way to go.
There's a lot of files that are left that need to be released.
Oh, boy, Coach.
And, I have to say, if Trump really wanted to get this country united, he would be the first person to go and get justice.
Oh, man.
And start arresting people. I mean, they arrested Prince Andrew.
Yeah, I know. It's time. And I think the Prince Andrew news and people starting getting arrested in the UK is going to start pushing the envelope a little bit. I do think that it's going to start, being like, all right, things are going to have to start moving because I do think, the more that gets exposed with those European guys getting arrested, and the Netherlands are going after Bill Gates. They're pushing the envelope on Bill Gates. They want to bring Bill Gates in for whatever the hell they can bring him in for, but they just hate him in that country.
We should be arresting Bill Gates for crimes against humanity.
Agreed. But at least somebody's doing it.
Somebody has to be arrested in this country.
At least brought in for questioning. Start the investigation. Get the ball rolling on this Epstein thing because something has to be done, right? We talk about it every week. I feel like, right? We're always talking. We got to get justice for the victims. We got to get justice for the victims. So now's the time, baby. We got to get this ball rolling. Which we're gonna get into that more, right? We got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got a big announcement at the end of the show that we're gonna make for you guys. So we got a lot to get into. But Coach, I know we skipped over it a couple weeks in a row. It's filler. Ain't nobody care. Who gives a shit?
Right, I'll admit it. I was really happy when the USA team won the gold medal.
That's right, Coach. Two gold medals. You men's and women's US team beating Canada both in overtime.
I guess we have to mention the women.
Well, yeah, I guess the women got to be mentioned, right? Oh God, we're gonna get canceled so fast. Here come the white women.
It's a joke.
Here they come, ladies. Do they? I wonder if they get offended if you make the joke. Would it be like, oh, you're not a shishter? You're out.
I've been called. Yeah,
you've been called everything. But yes, so Coach, the men's and women's team win the gold medal. Very, very exciting. The women, shout out. Megan Keller scored in overtime for the women's team against Canada. Unbelievable goal. Unbelievable move. And then shout out Jack Hughes, my guy, who I'm wearing today, Jack Hughes.
And Jay Devil,
New Jersey Devil. Unbelievable OT. And Oh God, I can't even express the emotions when he scored that goal. I was going crazy. I know you weren't watching. You at church.
No, you know
you were
what
busy
happened
morning.
is that we had mass, and then Olivia goes with me,
Mm-hmm.
and we go to a retirement community where we go visit people, bring
Yeah.
them communion, and they had it on the TV.
Mm-hmm.
So we're walking by, and Olivia goes, "Oh my gosh, the USA team won!" And then everybody was, and
They
we
were
were all
going crazy.
excited. Yeah, it was very exciting. So it was nice, like being at the retirement community and learning the news.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. No, I was watching the whole game. Got up 7 a.m. Turned it on. Was in it to win it the whole way, and I was stressing. The U.S. got outplayed in the second and third period, and I was getting nervous. And Canada tied the game, and it was going overtime. And I was telling Zoe because we were watching it together. I was like, "Oh man, this is like 2010 all over again. This is Crosby, OT winner." Like I was nervous. Like I was having flashbacks, deja vu, and I couldn't believe it when it was Jack Hughes that scored the goal. I was like,
I
I went crazy. I jumped maybe
You know
like
what I told
15
your father?
feet in the air.
I said, if Canada wants to win, they need to take a 5-minute penalty in the beginning of the game and break Jack Hughes. Because he's made of glass. I said, if I was a coach of Canada, I would get like my star player to go and just knock the crap out of Jack Hughes because he's going to win the game. I asked your father.
Wow,
I
that's
told
what
him
you
this.
said. Coach calling
we
it
watched the beginning
from the
before
balcony.
church. Well, I was a great coach back in the day.
Calling it.
For you, soccer.
Yeah, coach. I mean, you called it. You called it. Well, I was getting nervous watching the game because Jack wasn't getting a regular shift. Then he got high sticked. He lost a bunch of teeth on the ice.
Oh my gosh, what a tough guy though. He showed. He was like, listen, Mrs. Villa, I know you're bad mouthing me and saying I'm made out of glass.
Right.
I'm gonna get my teeth knocked out and come back and win the gold.
I know, true. Like blood all over his mouth. Went out there, wins the gold medal. And it was just, oh my God, it was so exciting. So good for the U.S. First time in 46 years
I was excited
that the U.S. wins the gold medal. So it was unbelievable. And I thought that the best part about the whole thing was that, and I know obviously the country's so divided right now with politics, and then obviously with Epstein, like everybody wants justice with Epstein. Like there's so much like political tension and just so much tension in general in this country. And it was nice because the team, like they were like, this is all about for our country. This is all for them. This is all for the people back home. This is all for
why don't we play
it was
clip
unbelievable. All right, let's go clip one right here. Let's see what Jack said after he scored the game winner.
First gold medal for the United States in 46 years, and you delivered it. Can you just describe the emotions of this moment right now?
This is all about our country right now. I love the USA. I love my teammates. It's unbelievable. The USA Hockey Brotherhood is so strong, and we have so much support from ex-players. I'm so proud to be American today.
This was such an incredible game to grind out. I mean, you're bleeding right through it just looking at you right now. Can you just talk about how difficult this gold medal was to win?
Unbelievable game by Hellebuck. He was our best player tonight by a mile. Unbelievable game. Unreal game by our team. That's just a ballsy, gutsy win. That's American hockey right there. That's a great Canadian team, but we're USA. We're so proud to be Americans. Tonight was all for the country.
That's it. Tonight's all for the country, and that's the best part. It's just, it just. In a world where like you had athletes at the beginning of the games being like, I'm not proud to be American, I'm not proud to wear this flag, and then you had the woke women won, and they're like, Trump hates to see woke bitches winning gold medals, like they went after Trump, and then you had this where it was just like, this is all for the country, like we're just representing. So it's like, I like that it's just, we're here for the entire country, we're here to represent. So it's nice, I appreciate a group of players and a team that's like, we're here for the country. So that's what I'm talking about.
Well, it was very exciting. And I have to say, I thought this was cute. Let's go to video number 2, you buoy.
These are the U.S. team that won the gold medal, and I got myself one great Secretary of Defense, the goalie. Hegseth is not happy to hear this.
That's right. Made him the goalie. And shout out Connor Hellebuck at last night's State of the Union. He was given the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Why?
They gave it to him. He said for exemplary American being a citizen of the United States. That's like the highest medal you can get as a citizen. They're like for being a standout citizen, stealing the game from the Canadians. You're the best player, 46 saves.
Wow.
So they were like Presidential Medal of Freedom. Shout out Trump.
Well, he
gave
deserved
many
it.
athletes. But, you know, the team, after winning the gold medal for the country, got into some heat. They were taking it a little bit, Coach, and you got a little fired up here after seeing this video. Let's go to clip 24 here, fresh post game. They were celebrating big gold medal, big win for the country, 46 years. Let's see what they were doing post game, 24. Coach, FBI Director Kash Patel partying in the locker room.
My blood boil.
What do you think about
I
that,
have
Coach?
To be honest with you.
What are you
I think
thinking
he's
there?
a DEI hire, and I think he sucks. I think Kash Patel should be cheering like that when he finds Charlie Kirk's real murderer. That's when Kash Patel should be cheering. Kash Patel should be cheering like that when he can actually charge the people and the Epstein files with a crime. Yay, that's when Kash Patel should be cheering like that. Kash Patel is a DEI hire, and he sucks. Okay?
Oh, Coach.
He sucks. And let me tell you something. You know what we need? We need a nice WASP or like an all-American guy. You know, somebody who played sports in high school and college.
Yeah.
So that way, when they're grown-ass men and they have a really important job, they don't have to go party with a bunch of 20-year-olds who just want a gold medal, reliving like some kind of dream that they wish that they had.
36.
Well, whatever, Carlos. Give me a break. I should just smack you right now. If I'm going to pretend you're Kash Patel.
Oh,
I feel
Coach,
like he
come
was
on.
such an idiot. I have to be honest with you. It was very in poor taste. I mean, you know,
Poor taste.
most people would be like, oh, that's great, and you cheer them from afar. Him, he's partying with them because, God forbid, he's actually doing his real job and, like, catching criminals right now. I'm sorry. He's disgusting, and it makes my blood boil.
You were getting fired up, Coach, when that came out. You weren't very happy about that.
I'm still disgusted.
I have to agree with you, Coach. I have to agree with
I'm
you.
still
I mean,
disgusted.
you know, Kash Patel, I would say in the rankings of FBI directors, he's second worst. He's second worst. I think James Comey's still worse than Kash Patel.
I'll tell you, James Comey, one thing I have to say about James Comey.
Oh, gosh, James Comey
is that
defender now. Here we go.
If it was a bunch of Republicans on that Epstein list, they'd be questions at least. They'd be questions.
Well, I don't know about that because nobody was questioned in the last 4 years.
Listen, it's out.
Nobody
The
got a
cat
sniff.
is out of the
Nobody
bag.
got a sniff
the
the last
genie
4
is
years.
out of the bottle. It's over. It's out. It's time to start questioning people.
Yeah.
You're not going to stick that genie back in the bottle, okay? It's over. It's time to start questioning people.
It's time to start questioning people, Coach. I think you're 100% right. It is time to start questioning people. It's time for people to start being investigated. Some people need to start paying. I agree with you. I think you're 100% correct. And Kash Patel needs to be doing that. He's the leader of the FBI. He's the guy that would be doing that. But I mean, he can't even find Nancy Guthrie's mother.
Oh,
he's
please.
such a disgrace.
Another psyop, in my opinion.
Yeah, like he's just he's terrible. I mean, he can't do anything. But I think Kash Patel, he's done a terrible job as the FBI director. He really hasn't done dick since he's taken the position. And this is just another example
what,
because
Carl?
he's been going to NHL games for a lot. Like
I
he
don't care.
sits with Wayne Gretzky. You remember when Ovechkin broke the goal
Yes.
score? But he was sitting like he doesn't do his
know,
job at all.
I don't care though. I need him to do his job.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
need
I'm
him-
agreeing with you. If you
I
listen,
know.
I'm agreeing with you.
Listen, Lex Wessler. Let's go to video number 9.
Oh, here we
Because
go.
he
Lex
gave-
Wessler.
He gave a couple of clues of where Kash might be able to start with his questioning.
He had done personal work for the Rothschild family in France. Well, specifically, I talked to Ellie de Rothschild, and so I mentioned that earlier. So he represented their whole family, so there had been a whole bunch of people. Most of them I never would have met, but I knew Ellie. He would say, like, I'm providing financial advice to the founders of Google. I'm providing financial advice to Jeff Bezos. Answer the question. 5 words, okay? Answer the question, okay.
Coach.
Kash, what's going on?
Right, at least talk to that lawyer, huh?
How about talking to Jeff Bezos? How about talking to the founders of Google?
Yeah.
Like, when are people going to wake up and see that all of these people are all interconnected?
Yeah, they are all
Kash Patel is
interconnected.
partying at the Olympics.
Yep.
And it makes me sick.
With the boys.
Because he's a nerd living out his fantasy. because he's never partied with a team before after a big win, ever.
Yeah.
Like, not even as a mite.
Not even as a mite,
Not
coach.
even as a mite. He's never had that experience. And he is living out his fantasy rather than being the chief head in charge law enforcement officer of the country.
Right.
And like, that's how we should be cheering if he would actually do his job.
Yeah.
I'll be doing shots. I'll be partying, Cash. I'll be partying for you. Yay, Cash Patel actually caught a villain. Yay, Cash Patel. No, but everything is like, oh my gosh.
He got Tyler Robinson.
Oh yeah, he got the. Oh my gosh.
Tyler Robinson,
Speaking
coach.
of Tyler Robinson, do I have a story for you?
All right. Let's talk about your story.
So this weekend,
Yep.
I worked at an event here in Pensacola called Pensacon. And Pensacon is a very interesting place. And I have to say, I have been a little bit clueless walking around this earth because on Friday night, it was just a stream of furries. And I didn't realize how mainstream in that subculture furries were.
Yeah, it's a big deal,
There were
coach.
a ton of furries.
People love
with
furries
tails,
wearing
but-
tails.
I mean, it shocked me. I have to be honest with you. I was shocked. What are you laughing about?
No, I'm listening to you because I've seen it so much growing up, and then obviously like my siblings have all seen it. People that I know have seen the furries. Like the furries have been growing exponentially. I'd probably say since 2015, 2016, when it was the premiere of the furry, and now it's just growing like crazy.
Well, I have to be honest
It's
with
big
you.
time.
I was shocked seeing how many furries there were. But
I was shocked.
last night
There's
during
a lot
the
of
State
furries.
of the Union, right?
Yes.
The Democrats had an opposing, like, I guess the State of the Union's in the toilet, whatever.
Yes. I saw
So
that.
you have to play this, Yabui, video number 11,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like, what the hell's happened in the last 2 weeks that I went from knowing no furries to I can't get away from furries?
Tons of furries everywhere. All right,
Yes.
let's see it. Clip 11.
Out of an ICE prison in Minneapolis.
Oh yeah, here we go.
I've been arrested 3 times by ICE over absurdity, over us being ourselves, over me singing songs like, "Hey, Mr. Tangerine Man, get rid of brown people for me. I'm Aryan white. There ain't no place I'm going to." And then all of a sudden, he's not ready for
What's he got on his
primetime
crotch
player.
there?
ICE agents with 2 weeks of training come after me. I got arrested in Portland.
Look at my face.
I know
got
they're all over
arrested
the
in
place. there.
Minneapolis in the last 3 weeks twice. But they can't erase a movement, all right? What I went through is 1/1000th of a lot of marginalized people and what they have to go through in those ICE detention centers. And I want to tell you something right now. There's an announcement. Pumpkin Spice Satan is making his way to the State of the Union. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to rev up the show right now. We're giving out prizes. We're going to have bingo. We're going to storm the White House.
I wonder if he's giving out tails as like some of the prizes.
I mean, this is what the Democrats were like. This is like, they're like, we're not going to watch the State of the Union. It's really the state of the swamp. And that's what they're replacing it with?
With the furry show.
I have to be honest with you. I was shocked. Like, am I the only person shocked here that our humanity has
I
gotten
see it
so
all the
low
time.
that we're no longer human?
Yes.
Like, our humanity is sinking so low that people don't even want to be human anymore.
Coach, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, it's something that I've seen grow year after year after year. Just more furries. It's honestly, it's bananas. You should see some of the furries that show up at the fairs. It's crazy. Oh my gosh, I can imagine, Bella. That's absolutely wild. I mean, yeah, it's. I think that's Biz from Spittin' Chicklets. It kind of look like Biz, but no, it's crazy. The furries have grown into like a huge fashion fob, I think. And then some of them want to, they use a litter box.
Years ago,
Set
they
the
used to
tone.
say, you can't elect Trump because who's going to be the adult in the room? Right? Like,
Yeah,
that was
right.
the big Democrat thing. Who's going to be the adult in the room? Then you go and you have an alternate state of the swamp because you don't want to.
Which is a terrible look, by the way.
And you have a furry emceeing it.
Yeah.
And you have furries in the background.
Yep.
I mean, I used to say liberalism is a mental disorder, but am I wrong after seeing that furry thing?
It's a bad look. It's really bad. It's tough to sell. It's a tough sell to say that that's acceptable behavior, but people somehow find a way to do it, and they they go after it. There's big furry population out there.
I have to be honest with you. I was shocked. I remember one night, it was New Year's Eve, and I was very upset with DC Reeves.
Oh, shout out DC Reeves, Coach. Pensacola Mayor.
He got rid of the fireworks, and I was very upset about it. So we all go downtown, and I had, been drinking and
You've been
partying.
having a couple, yeah.
We were having fun.
Yep, no water.
So we get downtown, and I'm like, where are the fireworks? And they're like, there's no fireworks. I went nuts. I was like, I hate DC Reeves. He's the worst. Like, you couldn't walk past me and that little green air, and I was telling everybody. And I remember I even saw the furry.
You saw a couple furries, yeah.
And I was like, meow, 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 DC Reeves, meow, meow, meow. But I was making a joke because it was
You were meowing at them, speaking their language.
It's now real life. Like, I was
Coach,
there
it's been real life for a while. You're missing it.
It's time to open up the mental institutions.
Yeah,
again.
it's been real. It's been real life for a minute.
Like, don't you go see a therapist and the therapist says, no, you're actually a human. You're not a furry.
You're a human being.
Yeah, like where is humanity? What is going on?
Coach, I don't know. I wish I could tell you. This has just been something that has grown and become like a legitimate thing that people believe that they're animals. They dress up like animals, and it's a bad look. It's a bad look. Well, I wish I could I wish I could give you like I don't know. She's losing it, and I love it. I'm here for it. Waving the hands. Bella's causing trouble in the chat. Shout out Bella. Shout out Bella. By the way, I haven't said this in person. I've only said it on Facebook. Shout out Bella. Congratulations. She's expecting. Yes. So congratulations. It's very exciting.
I think
very
that's exciting.
So congratulations. I wanted to make sure we got to say that because that is such an exciting event. So we're so happy for you here.
I'm so happy for you, Bella.
That is great news.
Well, Carlos, I thought I've seen it all, right?
Yeah, right.
I really
The furry
have.
changed the game.
Then I have to say, show video number 8, because this is another moment that kind of shocked me this week.
All right, let's take a look at video number 8. Oh.
A 92-year-old woman is
Look at that.
scaling the fence out of her retirement home.
That's Vivian.
That is Vivian.
That's Vivian hopping over. She's like, I'm out. I'm done.
I'm like, you know what? If my kids put me in a home, don't put it past me. Don't put it past me to try to go over the fence. I have to be honest
that's some
with you.
hop. That is some hop over that fence. That's impressive. She must have given a call to some homebrews trying to figure out how to hop over.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a tough jump.
I'll tell you, man. She used the whatever the signage was.
That's impressive upper body strength for a 92-year-old woman to jump over that fence. That's crazy town.
I mean, it's just the world has gone mad. And yesterday,
absolutely.
watching the State of the Union, right? Mm-hmm. Just when you think from the state of the swamp that the Democrats can't look any worse.
Yeah.
Well, anybody normal who was watching the State of the Union,
yep.
And it's like, listen, I'm not happy with Trump.
You're
I think
not.
Trump is in a slump. I mean, I'm ready to dump Trump. I have to be honest.
You're
with
ready
you.
to dump. I think you already dumped him.
I'm just not happy
I
with
think
Trump.
you already dumped Trump.
However,
you're out.
Trump's yesterday when he was giving that speech, there were certain things that as an American, you really shouldn't be able to argue with.
Right,
That
correct.
you should say, listen, I don't agree with Trump and I don't like a lot of things that he's doing, but I can agree with this.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
That every American should agree with this.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't we show one of the videos that...
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the one that the Democrats are taking the biggest heat is, they're talking about what is the number one job of the government? Well, to protect the American people. So let's take a look here. Let's go clip 36.
So tonight I'm inviting every legislator to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
You really said that is smart for him to say that. Because you think he's not mixed up, so you can't hear his cute little voice. Look. But you know what I want to say?
Not one Democrat standing.
I totally agree with that sentiment. So when are we going to protect the Americans or get justice for the people who were hurt that are co-conspirators with Jeffrey Epstein?
100%.
When does that justice happen?
Yeah.
Isn't that right? That's the job. That's the job. But it's like the people in Congress don't care. So Trump could use it as an issue. Oh, let's talk about the illegals. So there he wants to protect Americans.
Right.
But if it's going to hurt his billionaire friends, then he doesn't care about protecting Americans so much because he doesn't want his friends to get hurt. But the Democrats don't care about protecting anyone because let's be honest, when they were in charge, you didn't even know what was going on with the Epstein file.
Right.
They would
Nobody
never
talked
release
about
anything. But you know which one I like is number 14, you buoy.
Oh, number 14. Okay,
I love number 14.
Let's see it.
Stands up. These people are crazy. I'm telling you, they're crazy. Amazing, incredible. Boy, oh boy. We're lucky we have a country. With people like this, Democrats are destroying our country, but we've stopped it just in the nick of time, didn't we? Huh?
Well, I agree that, the Democrats really are crazy. Like we talked about with the furries and like they're just out of control. But one of the biggest things that they're out of control of, and I honestly felt a little surprised that they, at least some of them didn't stand up and clap for, was this one in particular. I want to show clip 39, right? Because this is something we've been talking about for a long time. And this is a big issue. This is a big problem. So let's go clip 39 here.
No state can be allowed to rip children from their parents' arms and transition them to a new gender against the parents' will. Who would believe that we've been talking about this? We must ban it, and we must ban it immediately.
Not one person standing for that. How can you possibly be a representative of a district in the United States of America, and in that district, the majority of your people believe that if a child goes to the state and says, "Cut my dick off, I want to be a girl," that they're not going to consult the parents and they're just going to cut the dick off and give you all the drugs to make you trans. Like that's crazy.
They don't even tell the parents.
That's nuts.
The teachers develop their own little relationship and they bring a social worker in and they will re-identify this child and not even loop the parents into it. And the parents have no clue that this is going on.
Yeah.
And it's sick and it's disgusting. It really is.
It makes me so sick.
And you know what? I have to be honest with you. These teachers, the teachers who are doing that are full of shit.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something. Teachers can act like they care about kids so much, but how many teachers call you to see how you're doing?
0.
Right?
0.0.
I said that to one of my children who a very big lib. I go, how many teachers now call you to see how you're doing? How many teachers say, oh, you know what? I know that you're working really hard to make it on your own in New York City. Let me send you money for dinner. Oh, I'm going to be in New York City. Why don't you come meet us and have dinner with me? That would be 0.
Yeah,
but
0.
these people,
0.
they pretend to care so much about a child that they'll go behind the backs of the parents and discuss things and do things that have nothing, But this is what is also a truth that's going on in our schools. Let's go to video number 35, you buoy,
Oh, this is a good video. Yeah, this is a big one.
Researcher and educator in this field is Cheryl Shakeshaft. There's some data about the prevalence of sexual abuse of children in public schools. What is the latest data?
The latest data is 17%. Ms. Shakeshaft was the author of 2 studies commissioned by the Department of Justice. In December of 24, Harvard University published her most recent book, and she believes now that the number of children that suffer sexual misconduct by teachers, school administrators, and other personnel is about 17%.
Wait, 17%?
Yeah. In other words, 17% of students in this country who go to public schools will suffer some sort of sexual misconduct while in school by school personnel, which is a staggering statistic if you do the math.
I mean, that is a staggering statistic.
Yeah, I don't even need to do the math, and I'm staggered.
And honestly, if I'm being completely honest, you would have no idea that Like, you obviously know, yes, like, awful. Like, people get assaulted, things happen. But, like, the fact that 17% of students in the entire nation that are going to public schools are being assaulted by a faculty member or a person of employment at the school district?
Well,
like, that's crazy town.
I have to be honest with you.
I can't believe that.
I look at the New York Post a lot, and just about every day there's another article about a teacher having sex with a student. Just about every day. I'm not even kidding you.
Yeah.
And the thing is that why isn't that on Good Morning America?
Right.
Why isn't that on the Today Show? Why isn't that on the evening news, where it should be like, we need to sound the alarm?
Right. Totally.
Our public schools are in big trouble. But no, people, they want to protect the Department of Education. They want to be the status quo. And then who's the big advocate for it? The Democrat Party. And what do they have at their State of the Swamp? A bunch of furries walking around.
Right.
I mean, this is really scary, what's happening in this country. I think people, like, we really need to start paying attention.
Totally.
Like, really pay attention to what's going on.
Yeah.
This is not right.
It's not. It's not right. And it's scary to think that all these things are happening right under your nose. And if you're not reading, the New York Post and you're scrolling down, because I've seen some of those articles, but it's not like as soon as you open up the website, that's the first thing that pops up. You got to scroll down a couple pages.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
like, you got to find that shit. It's not just there, right? So if you're one of those people that just open up and just see, oh, what's the big news topics today? All right. And then you close it out. You wouldn't have no idea. You really wouldn't know. So it's just, it's crazy to me to think that, 17% of our children and are the people who are in the public school system are being assaulted. And it's just like, oh, whatever.
Well, you know what? Let's go to video number 25, Yavui, because this is the result of the school system.
All right, 25.
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. I'm a 960 SAT guy.
Wow.
And I'm not trying to offend anyone, trying to act all there if you got 940. But literally a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech. Maybe the wrong business to be in.
He said he can't read a speech.
This man is the governor of California.
Yeah.
He wants to be the Democrat nominee for president. And what is he bragging about? Being an idiot.
Yeah. Being a complete dumbass.
And and he's telling somebody who's black, like, listen, I'm just going to assume you didn't score that high. So let me brag about my low SAT score. It's like the Democrats are so prejudiced. And that's why I have to be honest with you. Growing up on the Lower East Side and seeing them in action, I was like, man, these people are so full of crap. But it just gets more and more obvious. And let me tell you, like I say, there's liberalism is a mental disorder. And now there's two TDS. I say there's TDS type A, and those are the people who wear the pussy hats, who resist.
Who wear a tail.
Yes, like who are just like, Trump can do anything right, even advocating for the American people, they refuse to support him.
Right, piece of shit.
And then there's type B. And type B is Trump won't even get justice and have the DOJ look into the people in the Epstein file and start questioning them, and you still support him and say he does everything great, when that should be the most fundamental thing in our country is protecting children.
Which I think, according, the latest poll numbers, it's very few. There's very few of those TDS type B people. Let's go to clip 29 real quick, because this was pretty interesting. Things are not looking good right now for our friend here, President Trump. Let's go clip 29.
What is driving this drop for the president?
What is driving this drop? I said record was the name of the game when it came to this segment, right? Talking about the lowest Trump has ever been going into the State of the Union, the lowest that any president has been this century going into a State of the Union at this point in their presidency. It is also the weakest that Donald Trump has ever been with independents. Look at this drop. We've been talking about it the past few months. At this point, a year ago, Donald Trump was at minus 13 points. Look at this, minus 47 points among independents, the lowest Donald Trump has ever been in either of his 2 terms as president with independents. That is driving these numbers. When you're 47 points underwater with independents, that's the name of the game. You can't be above water overall, and that's why Donald Trump is near record lows overall and the lowest he's ever been going into a State of the Union address.
And they don't want to say it
Yeah.
because CNN doesn't want to talk about Jeffrey Epstein. But let me tell you
It's
something.
so bad.
I am not in a cult.
Right.
If I know that you're not doing something right, I'm not going to have a mental disorder and try to put blinders on and pretend like, oh, this guy's so great, this guy's so great. No, we need justice.
Correct.
So now I think we should make our announcement.
You want to make the announcement now?
Let's make it right now.
Coach, you're fired up about it. All right. So, announcement time, ladies and gentlemen. You Bowie, let's get a little sound. What are the sounds you got here? You got a fun sound, an exciting sound? All right. I guess we can go with that one. All right, yeah, let's go with that. Wow. That sounds pretty good. We'll go with that one. All right, so guys, ladies and gentlemen, announcement time on March 18th in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital. We, the people, are demanding justice. We are having a march for justice for the victims of the Epstein files, those who do not have a voice, those who cannot, act out and are being silenced. We are going to have a march for those people. So it's going to be on March 18th in Washington, D.C. It's going to be from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And we're meeting, where are we meeting? What was it?
It's Area 15 by the U.S. Capitol.
Area 15 by the U.S. Capitol. That's where we're going to be meeting. And this is going to be huge, guys. This is a huge event. We wanted you to spread it out, right? It's not going to be like one of those big events that's going to be organized by a bunch of different clubs and stuff.
People.
We're not paying anybody, right? We're not paid protesters. We don't have it like that to pay protesters, but we're not paying protesters, right? This is something that's supposed to unite us all, right? Democrats, Republicans, liberals, conservatives, communists, capitalists. I've said it before. We're coming together and demanding justice for those who need it, those who can't speak out, those who are being silenced, those who Pam Bondi and Kash Patel won't give a second look to, who won't fight for, right? We need to fight for those people, right? And if we get a big enough crowd where we're here together, showing them that we could be united for this issue. We're demanding this issue be taken seriously, that something needs to be done for these people. We do this together, they're not going to be able to shut us out. They're not going to be able to just turn a blind eye to us. We have to keep fighting, right? So on March 18th, come and join us in Washington, D.C. at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're going to go out there and we're going to demand justice because, guys, these people need it. These people need it. So please, 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 I don't care if you're the biggest liberal progressive a-hole or you're the biggest, Trump supporting, total white, whatever. Just TDSB, just crazy town Trump lover. Come together, right? This is something we got to unite. We got to be strong together and we got to get it done because, guys, we can't keep sitting idly by and just pretending like nothing's going on. We got to go and get this done. So please join us March 18th, 11 a.m. in Washington, D.C., Area 15 at the nation's capital, at the Capitol building. Now is the time. This is the time, guys. Share it. Spread the message. Let's all do this together. This is something we could all do together.
Everybody in the country should show
100%.
up. Honestly, if everybody in the country showed up
Yep.
and said,
Yep.
we will not allow children to be abused
Totally.
and have it swept under the rug because it's billionaires who are doing it, they would crap their pants.
100%.
They would literally crap their pants.
Yeah.
And the thing is that they're saying, how much will these people take? How many disgusting things can we do? And they're just going to take it.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. I'm a mother. I have 4 children.
Mm-hmm.
I have been involved in the PTA. I have been involved in teaching CCD. I
Yeah.
love children. My job as a mother is to protect them.
Yeah.
So I'm not just going to sit by and like a post and be like, here, this is what I'll do. I'll just hit like. No, I'm going just like Jonah did.
Yep.
Because Jonah went to Nineveh, right?
Nivea.
And let me tell you, Nineveh was so big that it took 3 days for Jonah to walk through.
Yeah.
And he said, 40 days more, and Nineveh shall be destroyed. When the people of Nineveh believed in God, they proclaimed a fast, and all of them, great and small, put on a sackcloth. But when the news reached the king, he rose from his throne, laid aside his robe, covered himself with a sackcloth, and sat in ashes. Okay? The king was the leader. He said, if every man shall turn from this evil way and from the violence that's at hand, who knows? Maybe God will relent and forgive us.
Yeah.
Right? If Donald Trump wants to really unite this country and put America first, what he's going to do is he's going to say, I'm sorry, billionaires. I'm sorry, Jeff Bezos. I'm sorry, Google.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Bill Gates. I'm sorry, all you demons here in Congress. And if he's guilty of something, I am sorry, the American people, but I have to resign. And we need to clean house and get rid of all the people who are hurting children, get rid of all the people who were involved and co-conspirators with Jeffrey Epstein.
Totally.
Okay?
Yes,
we
even
have
first.
to have some integrity.
Totally.
We have to. So it's only 3 hours. If Jonah could do in 3 days to warn everybody, listen, God is not happy with us, I think everybody could put aside 3 hours and show the United States government they work for us.
But even commit, right? Like, this is supposed to be everybody in the nation coming together, right? So this is a reason to protest. This is something that is real, right? That we could come together, right? Everybody talks about uniting the nation. We got to be united. We got to be united, right? So let's be united. Let's do something for real. And let's come together and fight for the justice. These people need justice. What's going on right now is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And these people need justice. We have to hold these people accountable. We can't lay down and show our bellies and just say, oh, well, whatever.
No,
we're not going to care.
You know what it is? You can't try to always equate success with money. And that's what Pam Bondi did. When they were asking her about Jeffrey Epstein, she said, but the Dow's at 50,000. Excuse me, Pam Bondi, I'm not selling my soul. I'm not selling my soul for the Dow Jones.
Take your cross off.
Well, let me tell you, I was working out at the time, and I was not even watching this. And I'm not kidding you. I could hear God's voice, and God said to me, you know what you need to tell Pam Bondi? Take your cross off. It's not a prop. Right? This is even before I heard that disgusting, questioning by the Congress, whatever. But the point is that we need to say the United States conscience, the American spirit is not for sale.
Yeah.
We're not selling the soul of this country for money.
Right.
I don't care if everything, the whole economy is going to collapse.
Oh, look
It'll
at
be
that.
worth it.
I love it.
Wow.
Look at
that's
that.
fantastic.
Beautiful.
That's beautiful.
That's your buoy right there. Shout out your buoy. Shout out your buoy media. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, baby. Beautiful. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. Shout out your buoy. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, March 18th, right? Next month, coming up, March 18th.
11 to 2.
11 to 2 in Washington, D.C. Yeah, we made it at 11 a.m. So the people getting, effed up on St. Patrick's Day, we gave you a little extra breathing room to get up in the morning and come meet us, all right? And then we'll meet for drinks after. We'll rebound together. But listen, I mean, this is the time. We got to come together. Let's go, baby. This is the time.
And
right?
don't let them gaslight you into thinking that this isn't happening.
100%.
You know what, we go to video number 18 because I found this very interesting.
You want to go right to 18. All right,
Yes.
let's go, baby. Let's go. Clip 18.
Apologized to QAnon a couple of weeks ago. I said, when it comes to this Epstein stuff, you had it righter than me. Now, they also believe a lot of real batshit nonsense. But when
now you think it's batshit,
they don't eat babies. Democrats don't eat babies. You think they eat babies?
There is a lot of consumption talk in the stuff. Now, if are there babies, I don't know. No, you can laugh all you want. But, I mean, there is some sick stuff in here that is implying...
But that's not eating babies.
Maybe,
come on.
I'm not saying they're eating babies. I'm saying there is talk of consumption, and it ain't pizza. And I'm not saying that I am QAnon by any means, but this is deep, dark, satanic, awful, sacrificial, and this stuff is gross.
See, this is what I'm saying. Here I am sacrificing myself, saying, you know what, I was wrong, QAnon, and then you don't meet me halfway. You insist they might be eating babies.
Because they are.
Yep.
Listen, we're not meeting you halfway. We're not going to be gaslit like this. I'm sorry, but I am not going to lie to make you feel better, Bill Maher, and meet you halfway. This is where the rubber meets the road.
Yep.
I watched so many young adults dressing as furries.
As furries.
Okay?
Who are welcome
Young
at the march, by the
who
way.
should be going and starting their life as an adult, getting married, having their own family, building something wonderful, and they're acting like a cat, and they're acting like a dog, and they're saying, look at my tail. What the hell is this? What kind of world are we living in?
Right.
Okay? We have got to fight for the soul of this country.
The soul, coach.
It is time to fight for the soul of our country. And if we keep lying and we keep doing demonic things and we keep saying, oh, I'll meet you halfway by pretending that they're not really doing human sacrifice, that's a lie. I'm sorry I had to yell. I'm sorry. I'm
That got
sorry.
you fired
I'm
up
trying
there.
so hard to keep it professional, but I can't. That's why it's a podcast and it's not CNN or the ABC News, okay? This is why it's a podcast and I'm going to be myself. And this
That's
gets
right.
me angry.
That's right, coach.
It gets me so angry that I spend hours on the phone with this cop and that cop and being dissed and all this other stuff to work on getting permits. And I'm like, that's it. I'm putting out an event and I'm doing it and we're showing up. And I'm not going to be a victim and I'm not going to let my kids think that it's okay that disgusting things are happening and nobody pays.
Totally.
It's wrong.
Totally,
And they
Coach. You're 100%
gaslight you.
right.
They go, oh, well, maybe
100%
if
right.
somebody would file a complaint. Are you afraid? Do I look stupid? How
Our
many
door is
people
always
get
open. That
arrested
was
all
it. The door is
time?
always open. The victims. That's what they told the victims. If you have anything meaningful to say, come and tell us. That's what they said. With a straight face.
You know what?
It's really with a straight
Because
face.
the gaslighting never stops.
If
It
you have
never
anything to tell us,
stops.
just let us know on your way out.
Well, you know what? This has been going on for centuries, right? So let's go to video number 4, because this was coming out in the 1980s, but this is a time before the internet.
Okay.
So let's play some of this video, number 4, you buoy.
Let's do it.
How many have heard of the Franklin cover-up case? This involved an illegal government drug operation, satanic cults. They were taking children out of Boys Town, orphanages, foster homes, placing them in private jets and flying to Washington, D.C. for sex orgies with Congress and senators. I have a report called The Finders. It documents that this Finders organization was a CIA covert operation. If you would check the satanic calendar, this covert operation, it's satanic, it's Illuminati. Okay, we're in a spiritual war. If you check the calendar, the satanic holidays, you'll see that the big holidays are the summer solstice, Halloween, October 31st, and the winter solstice. It is estimated between 85 and 90% of those who disappeared are children. October and December, of all the children that I checked in the cards, half of them disappeared during those 3 months.
So listen to this, right?
Yep.
So in the 1980s, there's no internet. So of course you had ABC, NBC, CBS, all the media
big
is
guys.
controlled. If you haven't figured it out by now, I don't know what to tell you. So you know what they called it? The satanic panic of the 1980s. When this stuff started to come out, and people were like, this is really going, it was a satanic panic.
Right.
Then, it came out with Pizzagate. Oh, you had spider eggs in your head if you believed Pizzagate. Now we have Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
Okay?
Proof's in
And
the pudding.
DOJ has made it very difficult to go through those documents. At what point are the American people going to say, enough already?
100%.
This isn't a satanic panic. This country is on the wrong path.
Yep.
And if Donald Trump really wants to unite us, he is going to do the right thing, put on his sackcloth, and repent. And we need to repent. And we need to be sorry. And we need to start valuing children. Because if I was a kid nowadays, I'd be like, what the hell do they care? I could become a dog. They don't care. I could become a cat. They don't care.
Right.
Who cares about the kids nowadays?
Somebody's gotta.
Somebody has to care
Somebody
about
has to care about them. Yeah,
The
you're 100%
humanity
right, Coach.
is slipping away. Humanity is slipping away.
Yeah. You're
Look
100% right.
at what is happening right in front of your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Coach, you're 100% right. Well, you're not the only one getting fed up with the DOJ. Let's take a look at clip 34 real quick, because this is Representative Thomas Massey talking about the lack of, action by the DOJ. Let's go clip 34 here.
Congress created the Department of Justice. Congress funds the Department of Justice, and Congress is responsible for the oversight of the Department of Justice. When will we see justice? I'll tell you what I've not seen. I've not seen any arrests from the revelations in the Epstein files, over 3 million documents describing horrible things, describing unspeakable things, so much of it redacted. Over 24 people have resigned, CEOs, members of government worldwide, but I haven't seen any arrests or investigations here in the United States from this Department of Justice. Prince Andrew, Duke of York, who has since been stripped of his royal titles due to his affiliation with Jeffrey Epstein, has been arrested. Peter Mandelson, who previously served as UK's ambassador to the United States, resigned in disgrace from United Kingdom's House of Lords and the Labour Party, and he's been arrested. Former Prime Minister of Norway, Torbjorn Jagland, has been charged, but we don't see any charges, arrests, or investigations in the United States. What do we see? We see our FBI director celebrating in the locker room at the Olympics overseas. It's fine to be proud of this country, but we should be proud of this country because we have a system of justice that works.
Exactly.
That's it right there, Coach. Exactly what you were saying.
Exactly.
Not a two-tier justice system, a real system that works, that gets justice for all. And that's what we're fighting for. That's what we're going to march for on March 18th. That is what we're going there for, is to say enough is enough. We need real justice. Now is the time. That's why we're going on March 18th.
And
That's why you all need to be there.
Bowie, play video number 19 because we need to stop the division.
Trust me, the government's worst nightmare is black and white people united. Let's give them something to be scared of.
Let's give them something to be scared of, Coach.
That's the smartest thing I've heard all night.
Give them something to be scared of. Well, let me tell you who's pretty scared right about now is a lot of the people in Mexico, because of course they're not talking about it on the mainstream media, but Mexico's in a little bit of a civil war right now. You know, earlier this week they had a major gang leader, major cartel leader killed. Probably we had some involvement with that. We actually did have involvement with that. It was our U.S. intelligence that provided the location of the narco terrorist, but it is now all-out war in Mexico right now. People, gas stations getting blown up. Let's take a look at this. Let's go clip 31. This is in broad daylight in Mexico right now. It's a full-on, war zone right now. Let's go clip 31. Look at this. Look at this. Pushing out. That guy's got an AK-47 in that guy's grill. Pulling it out.
Get out.
Look at this.
We're going to kill you if you don't get out of the car. Oh, gosh, I'm driving away.
Driving away quick.
Yes.
Yeah, like it's just, look at this. And then they're just going to quickly, thanks for coming. See you later. Just lit that gas station right on fire. Out.
All over the country.
All over
That's
the country.
not the only one.
Right.
But this is what shocked me. Bowie, let's go to video number 32 because I'm thinking like these are like gang members, you know?
Mm-hmm. Right.
When I saw this.
Guys like that.
Yeah.
Right.
So video number 32, you're going to be shocked.
A ver si muy verga te topas con nosotros. Ahí tengo desamarrados los perros, culero.
That is the cartel.
That's the cartel members right there.
Cartel.
Órale, vente, hijo de puta madre.
Yeah.
Tu puta madre. Vas a pegar toda la verga, culero.
Look at that.
Yes, exactly.
That is private military soldiers. That's what that is. The cartel has military-esque soldiers fighting for them in this war that has started now in Mexico. Like, it's legit, guys. This is a legit issue. Like, there's going to be a full-on battle out. Let's go to what is it? Puerto Vallarta. Let's go clip 5 here. And this is what the city looks like right now. Like, it's unbelievable.
That's a huge vacation spot,
A
too.
massive vacation spot, a massive tourist spot.
Yeah. Oh, we should show the airport one.
Yes, hold on. Let me figure out which one that is.
Because the people actually ran to the airport, and they were going to try to get away. And we have all these videos, and we don't have the airport one. I don't think.
Hold on. The airport one is included in this.
I mean, it was
this other
crazy.
one.
They literally went in the airport, and they started shooting people
Clip
in the
30.
airport.
Clip 30.
Morning, widespread violence at a major tourist destination, leaving chaos at hotels and airports, and some Americans stranded. In Puerto Vallarta, one of the country's most popular resort cities, cartel members burning down buildings and setting cars on fire. The unrest unfolding after the Mexican government said it killed the leader of one of the most powerful drug cartels in the country during a military operation. Mexican authorities say Nemesio Ruben Osuguera Cervantes, nicknamed El Mencho, was the kingpin of the violent Jalisco New Generation cartel. The U.S. State Department previously offering $15 million for his capture. In a statement to NBC News, the White House confirming the United States provided intelligence support to the Mexican government in order to assist the operation that killed El Mencho. Across nearly a dozen Mexican states, plumes of black smoke could be seen for miles, with cars and buses set on fire. The U.S. Embassy in Mexico urging U.S. citizens to shelter in place amid ongoing security operations that include flights to the region being canceled. With sirens blaring at Guadalajara International Airport, some panicked travelers trying to hide, while others fled on foot.
We saw the taxi cabs all blown up and blocking the streets, and people running down them towards us.
American Jim Beck is sheltering in place at his hotel in Puerto Vallarta, which he's visited for many years.
Cervantes. We live right off of Cervantes.
But it's absolute chaos right now in Mexico. And honestly, you would have no idea until you sent me clips and stuff, and then I'm researching it, and it's not one newscast is covering what's going on in Mexico. You have no idea.
I was talking to your father about it. I said, I would not be wanting to live on the border right now.
Yeah, like in Texas, Arizona.
Or even California.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, don't be surprised if that starts to seep into here. And the guy who took over for him, his son, born in Orange County, California. Now
American.
That, to me, would be an important piece of information that he's really an American who took over that cartel now.
Yeah.
But, Cervantes is...
It's gonna get crazy.
It really is gonna get crazy.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if we were talking about this earlier. I wouldn't be surprised if things start getting too chaotic and the president, takes the knee and is like, "Listen, Trump, you got to get in here and clean it up."
Well,
got to clean it up.
They said we might be going to war with Iran, so it's going to be
I don't know
tough
about
if we're
that.
fighting with Mexico because those guys are the real deal. That wasn't like little gang members.
No.
Those guys are ready to fight.
Yeah,
I mean, this is going to be a lot harder than people think.
100%. You're 100% right.
But, I want to play this before we end the show.
Okay.
Because this is the leader of France, video number 27, and I want everybody to really think about what he's saying.
All right, let's take a look.
Because, free speech is a pure bullshit if nobody knows how you are guided through this so-called free speech, especially when it's to be guided from one hated speech to another hated speech. I just want to have a transparent road through these different speeches, and I want, by the way, to have a sort of public order. I want to avoid racist speech, hated speech, and so on. This is my... And the third one...
Coach, free speech is bullshit, Coach.
Yeah, because if we all show up in Washington, they're going to be like, oh, crap, this is what happens when you have free speech. And people are learning about what's in Epstein, even though the president says it's a hoax. Nobody look at what's, it's a hoax. And Pam Bondi says, all we should do is pay attention to the stock market. And the Democrats, unless it's Trump, they don't care. They don't care about going after anybody else.
Well, that's the truth, yeah. Unless it has Trump in it, then
Trump,
they don't give a shit.
they don't care.
Yeah.
So I have to tell you, Americans... wake up. Stop sitting. You got to get off the couch. You need to start participating. And you need to say, you know what? Enough is enough.
Right. You're 100%
I need to be involved.
Yeah.
I'm serious. And let me tell you, parents, love your kids, man, because I would freak out if my kid came home and was like, meow, 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 meow. And I'm like,
start meowing at you, coach?
And, you know, like, it really made me sad. It really made me sad because, you know, when I was that age, you know, I had like the whole world in front of me.
Yeah.
And life was exciting.
Right.
And I just knew as long as Jesus was my agent and I stuck with Jesus, I was going to be okay.
Yep.
You know? And I mean, I can't see how these kids have a relationship with God if they don't even know their own humanity. And it makes me sad. So let's all repent. Let's all repent. Every mother should be praying every day. And let's get this country back on track.
Right. Come back to God. We say it every week, right? You got to come back to God, start getting back into it, right? There's no better time than during this Lent season, getting ready for Easter. This is the perfect time. But, you know, I mean, I feel like it's just something we say all the time, but I feel it is such a result of, you know, the trendingness and the indoctrination in the school system. Like, you get, like, this is the result, right? And people think that they can dress up as animals and it's acceptable. Like, it's no big deal. It's whatever, right? But you're 100% right. Like, we need those adults, right, to be the adults in the room and be like, listen, no, like, you know, you're a human being. Like, you got to be a human. Like, you can't be an animal. Like, you got to be a human.
Yeah, you're not 5 years old
Just
dressing up like a cat.
Right, like you're a human being. So
30.
we need that. We need that, right?
on?
We need that out there. So, but listen, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. The big message of the day, March 18th, right? You boy, can we get that flyer back up right here before we wrap up the show, right? Big message of the day is March 18th. We're at Washington, D.C., Area 15, behind the Capitol building. That's where we're starting. We're marching, you know, in the streets of D.C. We're going down to the Department of Justice. This is what we need to do. This is what we need to do. We have to do this as a country. Democrats, Republicans, liberals, conservatives, communists, capitalists. We got to do it. We got to come together. Now is the time. It has never been more important than right now to do this. So please, please, please make plans. Get to D.C. Join us in D.C. Let's do it together. Excuse me. That was a little bit of a burp there. Did you hear that? Join us in D.C. Let's do this together. And let's make a difference, right? Let's fight for the justice. We need justice. Let's fight for the justice of these people that need it the most. And let's, you know, do our part. Let's go. Everybody better be there March 18th, 11 a.m., Area 15. Let's do it. Let's get justice for these people because that's the most important thing. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's show. Make sure, now's the most important time, make sure you follow us on our social media platforms. We're going to be pushing out all the pages, all the informations for the march. Everything that you guys will need to know will be on our social media pages. And we're also going to be creating social media pages specifically for the march too. So there's going to be 2 different pages that you can get information on. So make sure you're following us on all of our platforms so we can get that stuff out to you. So that way we can have the biggest crowd, make the biggest, you know, mark, because this is super serious. So we want to make sure we do this together.
And Carlos, I don't care if nobody shows up, I'm still going.
You're going.
Like Jonah.
You're going.
Jonah was alone. He was alone and he made a difference.
Yeah.
So even if it's just me and my family, I'm going and I'm letting Pam Bondi know it's not okay with me, girl.
Right. Take your cross off.
Take your cross off.
Take your cross off.
Cash Patel, the next time I see you celebrating, it's because you're doing some arresting.
Right.
Not acting like a stupid frat boy. What a fool that man
That's what you're going to tell him?
Yes, that is exactly what I'm going to tell him. And you know I will.
Then what are you going to tell Pam?
Pam, your cross is not a prop. If you're going to wear your cross, carry it, girl, and start questioning the co-conspirators in the Jeffrey Epstein files.
Right. That's perfect, Coach. That was perfect. What? Anything for Trump?
Trump, you need to be a good king and repent. And if you're in the files, resign. Save the soul of this country.
Nice.
That's what I'm going to say to Trump.
And Melania.
Melania, were you a hooker in the Epstein files? Is that
is that why he's protecting you? You whore? No.
No, I'm not going to say that. I'm
That's
just
what
going
you're
to
saying,
say,
Coach.
you know, let us all join together in the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, and
Right.
save our country for the 250th anniversary. Let's have a rebirth.
Let's have a rebirth. I think that's perfect. So, guys, make sure you guys are there March 18th, 11 a.m. in Washington, D.C. Obviously, we'll have more shows leading up to it, but you guys got to be there. It's going to be the most important event. And make sure, like I said, follow us on our social media pages. We'll get the pages for the march out there for you guys. And let's come together, man. This is the time. Make sure you guys are sharing. Share. If you're watching on YouTube right now, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you guys are hitting that follow button if you're watching on Rumble. If you're watching on Twitter, be sure to follow us on our page. Share, guys. The most important thing you can do is share. Let's get this out to as many people as we can. Let's build this march up. Let's make a difference. Okay, guys? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys again. Same time, same place next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Time. We'll see you guys then on YouTube and X. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night, and we'll see you soon.